Chelsea too, because exclusive information, Chelsea are now starting the negotiations for Moises Caicedo. Will happen this week, let's say today, tomorrow, but it's direct negotiation now. Chelsea, Brighton for Moises Caicedo. Direct club-to-club negotiation. So we wait for that bid, we wait for the direct conversation. We know that personal terms are not an issue because the conversation between Caicedo and Chelsea is very advanced since long time on the personal terms, so not a problem. He's prepared to say yes to Chelsea, but now it's on the clubs. We know it's always tough to negotiate with Brighton. They're always very strong in negotiations and they will ask for important money, but Chelsea will go very strong on this one. They want Moises Caicedo and the negotiation is going to enter important stages in the next hours.
Big update there from Fabrizio Romano. We also talk on this show about a done deal at Chelsea today. Urian timber looks like it's being done for around £43 million. Maddison, done deal. Here we go as well. Plus, Man United bidding for Onana. Hit the like and the share button. Download the OneFootball app right now. All these stories are trending on that app. Let's go. Just heard from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea will be making the talks for the pursuit and the chase and the signing of Caicedo official with Brighton in the coming hours. They will start to sit down and negotiate thoroughly, not via intermediaries, not via third parties, but directly to get a deal done for Moises Caicedo. Most people believe Chelsea were waiting towards the end of June or as and when they'd raised enough money through sales, and it looks as though they are pushing ahead as ever. The article here on OneFootball quotes what we've just heard from Fabrizio Romano and goes on to state that talks are set to start between the two clubs in the coming hours, with the Blues ready to go all out to land the Ecuadorian international as the new manager, Mauricio Pochettino, looks to bolster his squad. The 21-year-old was linked with a move to Arsenal in January, but Brighton were not keen on selling him despite his pleas on social media, and Chelsea will need to pay top dollar for him. He's currently valued £120 million by Tony Bloom and Brighton. And as stated by Fabrizio, there's going to be big money. Big money is going to be needed to get this deal complete. Also today, there's talks that Man United are getting involved and will also start direct conversations with Brighton in relation to this deal. However, Man United getting involved in this, we're also involved in the Declan Rice situation. We are just not the front runners. We are behind Chelsea in this circumstance. They are the heavy favourites to complete this deal. The question I want to ask and ascertain from you all is, when you've read this article on OneFootball, what do you deem to be a reasonable, sensible, good price for Caicedo? Do you see anybody challenging Chelsea to sign the player? Can Man United get involved? Or could there be a sting? Could there be a dagger from a Man City who we know have walked away from the Declan Rice situation? Their bid for Declan Rice was 90 million, 20 million more than what Arsenal would bid for the Brighton midfielder Caicedo in January, and about 30 million more than Chelsea bid just a few short weeks ago. David Ornstein, of course, telling us a £60 million bid had been made from Chelsea. So I want to get your thoughts and feelings on that. Staying with Chelsea and with Fabrizio Romano, he has claimed, as you can see here, that a deal has been done for 15 million euros for the young, talented Brazilian striker Angelo. Here we go. That deal is complete. The deal lasts until 2029, and it'll start pre-season at Chelsea, then a possible loan. And this is another factor of Chelsea's rebuild, growth, and direction under Clear Lake and Todd Bowley, which is very much about building a team for the here and now that can go on and challenge, building youth, and maybe even loaning them out to their new club, Strasbourg, which they have invested a lot of money in. But Chelsea, again, going big in this transfer window, buying for the future, buying top quality players. And listen, I know a lot of people have attacked Chelsea, but I think it's an exciting time to be a Chelsea fan again. I believe they're moving in the right direction. The majority of the deadwoods also being cleared out. So I want your take and your views and opinions on that. Now, back with One Football, they now talk about Arsenal are now in positive negotiations over the £43 million star. That is, of course, the man that is Urian Timber. And it's also been reported today, and I want to make sure I read this out correctly, that a deal is close to an agreement between Ajax and Arsenal. That is at the most advanced stage, at very advanced stages as of right now. 42 to 43 million is what they expect the deal to be completed and signed off for, around 42 to 43 million pounds. A lot of the attention from Arsenal in the last few days has been upon the Declan Rice deal, getting that done, getting the player to commit himself, getting him to almost rubber stamping his want, his desire, he's everything to become an Arsenal player, and that is now done. That is over the line as far as most people are concerned. That will complete as a formality in most people's, or most credible people's, opinions and in their articles. Now it comes down to Urian Timber. This states here that Urian Timber is close to joining Arsenal for 42 it's 42.5 million pounds. A deal is expected to be concluded swiftly in the coming days, maybe before the weekend is out, with the medical scheduled for late weekend or early next week. So that could be the third. I know they've not formally announced them yet, Arsenal, but that could be the third done deal by the end of June. They mean serious, serious business indeed. Now, staying in North London, another here we go from Fabrizio Romano, and that is that Tottenham have reached a full agreement with Leicester for the signing of James Maddison. Personal terms are already agreed. £40 million to bring the England international to North London. Now, I want to understand what you think about this deal, both from how does he improve Tottenham? Is it the right type of signing they need? Is it the right profile of player? And equally, from the player's point of view, from his perspective, has he made the right choice in North London? Newcastle, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, were winning this race. Most reports said Newcastle in for him. They're leading the race. It's close to being agreed. And then Dean Jones dropped that bomb around 7 to 10 days ago that he has spoken to people close to James Maddison, and it was now, in fact, Tottenham that had overtaken Newcastle and were leading the race. From that point, Spurs have not looked back. They got personal terms, fully agreed, total agreement. Now the 40 million is done with Leicester, and it's formalities, paperwork, legalities, the medical, and then he will be holding that Tottenham shirt ahead of their pre-season under the new manager, Postecoglou. It's a good bit of business as far as I'm concerned. I think Maddison should have gone to Newcastle. I think that's where he should be taking his career, with the direction they're going in, the way the owners are running the club, what they're looking to achieve. But from a Tottenham perspective, this is a sensational piece of business, especially at £40 million. That player in the hole, feeding Harry Kane, is key. Now, Kane likes to drop deep and he likes to be a playmaker, but I still think he's not doing it too early in his career, but he's still one of the best number 9s in the world, and you'll see him more off the shoulder this year. Of course, if he stays, he is in conversations with Bayern Munich, as we know. Bayern Munich have put 2 bids in now to sign him. So whether Harry Kane stays or not is another conversation. But Maddison, sensational piece of business. And even if Kane does go, especially if Kane goes, Maddison will be even more important to any new number 9 coming in. The Spurs are not signing another number 9 who can do what Harry Kane does on the ball, that can be that creative spark for his fellow attackers around him. So this is a phenomenal piece of business at around £40 million, and Spurs fans should be very proud and excited about what their club has brought home here. Now on to Manchester United. Big reports today that Inter Milan director and Manchester United will be meeting in the next 24 to 48 hours, and an official bid will be made for the goalkeeper, Andre Onana. Now, as you all know, this is a seismic piece of business if Manchester United can pull it off. I know there is frustration and concerns and worries from Man United fans about how David De Gea has been treated. People are concerned that maybe, offering him a deal, then pulling it away. The optics are bad for the club. I thoroughly disagree. We have realized we've made a mistake. We have realized that we should never have offered him that deal. We're happy for him to stay as a number 2 on much less money, but we're not going to be renewing your contract anywhere near 375,000 a week. And Ten Hag knows he needs to move on. The last 2 months of the campaign, the mistakes against West Ham, the mistakes against Sevilla are catastrophic. But his inability to pass that ball from out the back is key. Man United with Andre Onana become far more pressure resistant. We will build anywhere between 10 to 20 additional attacks per game. Doesn't mean we'll get a shot off on each of them. That would be a crazy thing to think. But we, on average, give the ball away, unforced errors from the goalkeeper, 17 times per game. And I believe that number will drop down to anywhere between 3 to 8 per match with Onana in goal, meaning we have got so many more opportunities to build up attacks. Then what you'll find when teams press you less is you get more opportunities to build up from the back. There's less pressure on your back line, and you're able to create more goal-scoring opportunities again. Man United will improve exponentially with a player like Onana. So I hope these reports are true. But as ever, I want to know what you think. I want to know what you feel. Make sure you've hit the like button before you go anywhere. Leave us your comments below as well. And download One Football. Very important that you get that done. It truly, truly is. Get that done right now. It's free of charge. The best one-stop shop around for all your football and transfer news. But until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.